Mia was a clever little cat. She had soft black and white fur. Mia loved adventures more than anything. She was always curious, always exploring. One bright and sunny morning, Mia decided to explore the attic. It was dusty and filled with old things. Sunlight peeked through a tiny window. This was a perfect place for secrets. She hoped to find something exciting. Mia tiptoed quietly across the wooden floor. Old sheets covered lumpy shapes. Cobwebs hung like sparkly decorations. She wiggled her nose, sniffing the air. It smelled like old paper and adventure. Then, tucked behind a stack of old books, Mia saw a small wooden chest. It was dark brown and very dusty. It had a little rusty lock. Mia pushed it with her paw. Click! The lock popped open quite easily.
Mia raced down from the dusty attic. She held the precious map carefully. She had to find her best friend, Timo. Timo was a fluffy, ginger cat. He was usually napping in a sunbeam, or perhaps he was near his food bowl. Mia found him in his favourite spot. He was curled up on a soft cushion. He was purring loudly, fast asleep. A tiny snore escaped his twitching nose.
Timo, Timo, wake up!
Mia whispered. She nudged him gently with her head. Timo grumbled and opened one eye.
Mia, what is it? Is it dinner time?
He yawned a big, wide, sleepy yawn. Mia giggled.
No, silly Timo, it's something much, much better.
She held up the old crackly map.
Look what I found! It's a treasure map!
Timo blinked, still half asleep. Timo mumbled, stretching slowly.
Does it lead to a giant fish?
It leads to the amazing cat city. Imagine, Timo, a whole city for cats. Maybe. Let's go find out.
Okay, Mia, let's go to Cat City.
So, Mia and Timo started their big adventure. Mia walked in front, holding the map. Timo followed a little bit behind. He was already dreaming of fish mountains. The sun was warm on their fur. Birds sang cheerful songs in the trees. The path on the map led them away from their cozy little home. It led them towards the whispering woods. Mia felt excited. Timo felt hungry. Soon they reached the edge of the woods. The trees were very tall and close together. Their leaves rustled in the gentle breeze. It sounded like they were whispering secrets. Sunlight dappled through the green canopy, making dancing patterns on the ground.
Are you sure this is the right way, Mia?
Timo asked, looking a little nervous. The woods looked dark and very deep. He preferred sunny spots and soft grass. Mia looked at her map carefully.
Yes, Timo, the map says we go through. Don't worry, I'll be right here.
As they walked deeper into the whispering woods, the trees grew even taller and thicker. Less sunlight reached the forest floor. It became darker and more mysterious. Mia kept checking the map often. She wanted to make sure they were on track. Timo, however, was getting tired. His tummy rumbled a little louder now.
Mia, my paws are sore already, he complained, and I think I saw a scary squirrel.
Suddenly, a smooth, quiet voice spoke.
Lost little ones in my woods?
Mia and Timo jumped in surprise. They looked around but saw no one. Who could be talking to them? Was it one of the whispering trees? Or maybe that scary squirrel Timo saw? Mia's fur stood on end a little. Timo tried to hide behind Mia. He was not a very brave adventurer. Then from the shadows of a large oak tree, a sleek black cat stepped out silently. He was completely black, like the night sky. His eyes were a startling bright green. He moved with a graceful flowing motion. He was the shadow cat, mysterious and calm. Mia and Timo continued their journey, their steps echoing softly on the vibrant path. The shadow cat's cryptic words echoed in Mia's mind, creating a whirlpool of thoughts.
Not always as they seem, she pondered, trying to decipher the hidden meaning. What could that possibly mean for Cat City? She wondered, her curiosity growing.
Timo, however, was mostly thinking about lunch, his stomach growling softly. And if the shadow cat knew where the best fish were, his mouth watering at the thought. The woods began to thin out a little, the dense canopy giving way to patches of light. Sunlight started to peek through more often, casting playful shadows on the ground. They could hear a faint, happy sound like distant purring and joyful meows, filling the air with warmth. After a little more walking, they saw it. Standing tall and proud before them, it was a giant, colourful gate unlike anything they had seen before. It was painted with stripes and spots like all the different kinds of cat fur, a true masterpiece. Bright yellow, deep black, soft grey and ginger, each colour more vibrant than the last. Flowers bloomed all around its base, adding to the gate's enchanting beauty. Butterflies with shimmery wings fluttered by, their delicate dance adding a touch of magic.
Wow, this must be it! Mia exclaimed, her eyes wide with wonder.
Timo's eyes lit up with excitement and hope.
Cat City, finally! He shouted, his voice filled with joy.
He imagined the Fish Mountains just beyond, a paradise waiting to be explored. But as they got closer, they saw a problem, a challenge they hadn't anticipated. The beautiful gate was firmly closed, standing as an unyielding barrier. There was no handle, no knob, no way to push it open, leaving them puzzled. Instead, carved into the wood was a sign, a clue perhaps. It had a picture of a thinking cat, its expression deep in thought, hinting at the riddle they needed to solve. Mia and Timo sat by the gate, feeling the weight of the journey they had undertaken. They felt a little bit discouraged, their spirits dampened by the seemingly impossible task ahead. The riddle was very, very tricky, a true test of their patience and wit. Timo sighed, a big hungry sigh, his stomach rumbling in protest.
Maybe Cat City doesn't want visitors, especially visitors who are hungry for fish, he pondered aloud.
Mia tapped her chin thoughtfully, trying to piece together the clues.
There must be an answer, she said with determination. Riddles always have answers, Timo. We just need to think harder.
She read the riddle out loud again, hoping for a spark of inspiration.
I have cities, but no houses.
Just then they heard a soft hoo-hoo breaking the silence. A gentle flutter of wings sounded above them, drawing their attention upwards. A beautiful owl landed on the gate, its presence both majestic and calming. She had big, round, amber eyes that seemed to hold ancient wisdom. Her feathers were a lovely speckled brown, blending perfectly with the forest. She looked very old and very wise, like she had seen many things in her lifetime.
"Hello, little travellers. My name is Laura," she greeted warmly. "I see you have a puzzle," she said, her eyes twinkling with interest.
Her voice was calm and kind, instantly putting them at ease. Mia felt a little bit hopeful now, a small smile forming on her lips.
Oh, hello, Laura. Yes, we can't solve this riddle, Mia explained. We want to get into Cat City, but the riddle is stopping us.
Laura nodded her head slowly, wisely, as if she understood their plight.
"Riddles can be fun if you think carefully," she advised. "Let's look at the words one by one," she suggested.
She pointed her wing at the first line, guiding them through the puzzle.
"I have cities, but no houses." "Where might you find pictures of cities?" she asked, encouraging them to think outside the box.
As Mia and Timo stepped through the gate, their eyes grew wide with amazement. Cat City was more wonderful than they imagined. Fountains flowed with creamy white milk, the streets were paved with shiny tuna cans, playgrounds had giant balls of yarn and scratching posts as tall as trees. Everywhere they looked, cats were playing. They chased sparkling butterflies made of light. They batted at dangling feathery toys. Timo's jaw dropped. He couldn't believe his eyes. He saw it. A huge mountain range, but it wasn't made of rock or snow. It was made entirely of fish. Big fish, small fish, grilled fish, fresh fish.
Fish Mountain!
Timo cried with pure joy. He ran towards it as fast as his legs could carry him. He started eating a delicious-looking sardine.
Mia, this is the best place ever.
His mouth was full, but his happiness was clear. Mia smiled at Timo's excitement. She too was amazed by Cat City. Mia watched Timo happily munching on fish. He hadn't noticed anything strange at all. He was too busy enjoying the endless food. But Mia couldn't shake her uneasy feeling. She walked over to a beautiful jeweled collar. It was displayed on a velvet cushion. As she reached out her paw to touch it, her paw went right through it like a ghost. Mia gasped and pulled her paw back quickly. This was definitely not right at all. Suddenly, a familiar, quiet voice spoke.
You see it now, don't you, little explorer?
Mia turned around. It was the Shadow Cat. He was standing silently behind her. His green eyes seemed to know everything.
Shadowcat, what is happening? Is this city? Is it real?
The Shadow Cat shook his sleek black head.
What you see is a beautiful dream, Mia. A powerful illusion. A magical spell.
An illusion? But it looks so real. The milk, the fish.
Timo, hearing fish, looked up briefly. He had a fishtail sticking out of his mouth. Mia thought hard about the Shadow Cat's clues. She knew there was something she was missing, something important that would break the spell.
Something that shines brightly, a false light. What could it be?
She looked around the shimmering Cat City, trying to find a clue. Everything shone. The milk fountains, the fish, even the cobblestones under her paws. Even the yarn balls seemed to glow with an almost magical light. How could she find the one false thing in a city full of shining objects? Timo waddled over, his tummy very full from all the fish he had eaten.
Mia, I ate so much fish. I don't think I can eat another bite. But there's one fish on top of the mountain. It's super shiny. The shiniest fish ever. It looks almost magical.
He pointed with his paw towards Fish Mountain, his eyes wide with excitement. Mia's eyes followed Timo's paw, and she saw it too. There, at the very peak of Fish Mountain, was a single, enormous golden fish. It glittered and gleamed with an unnatural light, unlike anything else in the city. It was much brighter than anything else, almost blinding in its brilliance.
That's it! The false light! It has to be!
She remembered Laura the owl's wisdom too, echoing in her mind. Sometimes the answer's right before your eyes, hidden in plain sight.
Timo, that fish! It might be the key to breaking the spell!
But how could they reach it way up there at the very top of the mountain? And what should they do with it once they got it? The question swirled in Mia's mind.
I can get it. I know I can.
Timo volunteered bravely, his determination shining through. The thought of one more special fish was tempting, even though he was already full. Even though he was full, he was still Timo, always ready for an adventure. He started to climb Fish Mountain, each step bringing him closer to the mysterious golden fish.